And what's up, guys? You're Briantis again. This is another episode of Deck Builds. Now, I'm in my room, as you can see here. It's not the best looking room in the house, but whatever. They are going to go online for a new deck build that I kind of came up with, and it's kind of weird. This literally is skyscribing to the max. So let's go over scene 1, and I'll show you the deck build. Alright. I don't have a second screen, so I can't have that off to my side. So this is Simic DAT card draws, bruh. Which is a hilarious name considering the fact that card cost and land mana is not the greatest thing in the world. So let's start with the lands, because that's the easiest thing to get through. 4 Alchemist Refuge, 4 Vent Panorama, 4 Breeding Pools, 2 Forests, 2 Islands, 4 Relinquent Towers, and 4 Temple of Mysteries. Now you can change that up as much as you want here. You don't have to have 4 Relinquent Towers. You can have 2 if you want. If you want to cut that down to 2, that gives you a lot more play in your build. That's fine, because you will have 2 ways of getting the making sure you have an infinite card hand. You got 4 Relinquent Towers and 4 Temple of Mysteries. Temple of Mystery literally is the scry card for the dual land for this deck. Lets you see what the next card is on your deck. It's really good. I like it. Moving over to creatures, you get 4 Axeman Guardians, 4 Fog Banks, 4 Guard Gamazoas. So this is not going to be standard legal. I have a standard legal deck that I'm going to be running next sometime. 2 Psychosis Crawlers, you'll see why. Civilian Cardlid, there's 4 of. Tree of Redemption, 4 of, in case anybody attacks you and manages to nearly kill you. Switch your life total with Tree of Redemption Toughness. 4 of them, so you got 4 tries. 4 Wall of Vines, and that's the creatures. So there's about 26 creatures, 24 lands, 1 set of sorceries, but it's a 4 skyscraping, so you got 4 sorceries. Now you want that in your hand at all times. That 4 cast cost is going to be really, really handy, and if you really want to go for it, you can cast it. That gives you a lot of play. Artifacts. 2 Elixirs of Immortalities. They will be shuffling each other into each other's decks, unless you manage to Elixir of Immortality after Elixir of Immortality. Let me just say this, you can't screw up with this. I've made it so you can't really screw up. 2 Font of Mythos, 3 Temple Bells, and 3 Fenzer's Journals to finish off the deck. And that's all the artifacts in that one. There is not really much together, which I should really log in. But that's fine. A lot of 0 drops because there's a lot of lands. 1 drops to about 3 drops, a really good amount here, and then a bunch of 5 drops. It is 64 cards, so it will work very, very well in Modern and Legacy decks. And the deck itself is about 174.40 and on an average price from TCG. Highest is about 276. I'm assuming it would be a lot higher if you foil the whole deck out. Just saying. So let's actually playtest this deck really, really, really quickly against what do I have for deck here? Actually, we'll test this deck out with 2 pre-built builds that I have. Now this works a lot better in multiplayer, but we don't have time to do multiplayer. There will be life, there will be attack phases, and all that jazz. So it'll be a normal game, like so. Like so. Though I'm going to be playing myself versus myself. Wow, that landed on 20 on the first try. That's cool. Okay, so he'll go first. That's the good part. Let's just let the Simic draw card go first. I'll show you how many turns it'll take to get this off. So 7 cards in hand, 7 cards in this hand. He'll start. So in turn 1, let's see what we got here. We got a guard, fog bank, alchemist refuge, and a breeding pool. That's a good start. This is a really good start. You got a activating guardian by turn 3, settling cardlid by turn 2. Pretty much once you get this off turn 2, you got an settling cardlid turn 2 pretty much. So breeding pool, let it come in tapped, and that's the turn. So that's my turn. Oh, actually, you can go fog bank. You know what? I'd go 7 cardlid over fog bank, turn 2. I know this is really, really good for a card, but considering the fact that you're gonna be running, want as much mana as you can before you get your skyscribing. Now, I would have mulliganed that card, but I noticed the fact that there's only like 4 skyscribing, so your likelihood of getting a skyscribing is pretty good. Let's see. What am I gonna go with this? I think this is my mill deck. I'm gonna keep this hand. So I'm gonna start with a Dimmer Guildgate, tapped, and that will be my turn. Let's see. We just drawed a Font of Mythos, so cast for 4. We'll go that breeding pool. So we came into play tapped. Alchemist Refuge, that's tapped for 1. We'll go 1 and 1 here. Come on. There you go. And Settling Cardlid. So we got a 0/3 blocker. Defender Hexproof. Taps for mana, which is good. We'll need that for the guard on turn 3. In this case now, I could go Activating Guardian turn 3, or Guard Gamizoa turn 3. Because this is I'm going up against a mill deck, I think it's easiest to say that I should go Guard Gamizoa turn 3. Because even though you got a defender, your other defender is going to tap for mana, so you don't really want to do that. So it's my turn again. Let's see, what do we draw here? Alright, so we drew a Mnemonic Wall. I have 3 islands, a Dissolve, and the Guardians of Melentis, which is not good. Not a good start for me. Island, everything untapped, of course. So I have a gate and an island untapped, which you don't want to do. You want to make sure that you want to stay untapped as much as possible in Dimmer Mills. So next turn, because that's my turn here. Next turn, everything untaps. We just drew an Axebane Guardian, as you can see here. Yeah. So 1 Alchemist Refuge tap, Civil and Cardlid tap to drop Guard Gamizoa. Another good thing about this card, come on, is you prevent all combat damage will be dealt to Guard Gamizoa. Meaning it kills 1-drops. It kills 1/1s easily. So with ease. And I'm gonna call that a turn because it's all defender. So it's my turn again. Well, pretty much this deck's turn. I'm gonna draw because I have nothing to untap. Now I have a lot of 5-drops here, and I just picked up a Psychic Spiral. So it is a lot of 5-drops. I'm gonna go Island. Because I have 3 mana, I'm gonna tap for 3. Play my Guardians of Melentis. So I've got a 0/6 defender blocker. And I know that doesn't sound that interesting, but honestly, if you got not much to play with right now, 0/6 defending is nice. So let's go untap. Ooh. Bat Panorama, we just pulled that one on draw, and you want that. You can keep it for the mana, or you could search for a basic forest, plains, or island. Now this would work really, 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 really well in Bat decks, and I would definitely recommend it for Bat decks, because it's a fetch land. It's a fetch. It's literally pay one, fetch a land. So we're gonna play that for the land for the turn. Go 3. Do an Axebane Guardian up. Now we're gonna put our Axebane Guardian over here. Actually, I'm gonna put my Axebane Guardian down on the. How many of these can I go? Oh. Okay, so I can only go over here somewhere. And I'm gonna put my Sylvan cardlets down here. Now this isn't like mana producers, because they produce mana. That's literally what they do. They're really, really good at it too. I usually say if you're going with a mana producing card, I say put it to the bottom and then stack it, so it doesn't make it look like you have a lot. We can move this guard Yomazo over here. So yeah, next turn for this one, draw a card, Mind Funeral, really good card. I'd hang on to that. F. What it is honestly, if it was me, if I was really going for the aggressive mill, I want this deck to go off, so I'm not playing any dissolves, I'm not playing any counter spells, because I want to see what this deck does for draws. I'm not going to play the Mind Funeral, only because I'm going to make this deck go off. So I'm really going to be playing passively. So I'm going to drop a land. Actually, that's what I should do. Drop a land and then hope. You know what? Screw it. I'm playing the Mind Funeral. I'm playing the Mind Funeral, and it is 1, 2, and 3. So I play 2 islands. Leave this island tapped. Tap my Dimmer Gilgate and play Mind Funeral. So because it is a one-on-one, this deck really does well in one-on-ones. So 1, that's 1 land, that's 2 lands, that's 3 lands, that's 4 lands. So there's 6 cards in the graveyard. You really didn't really miss anything, because we're not really drawing off very, very well. Alright, that's my turn. Turn 5. We got another Bat Panorama. Oh, that was a land patch. So we'll play the land Bat Panorama. That. And then tap for... Actually... Yeah, so we'll tap 3 of the normal lands. Tap the Sylvan card lid to play Font of Mythos, so that's 4. Tap Axebane Guardian to get 2 mana, because himself counts as a mana source. We'll play the Fogbank. That's turn. So now on the on my upkeep here, I draw 3 cards. So additional 2 cards, because that means you draw 3 cards per turn. That's a good thing. Ooh. Okay. We got 2 lands, so a Dimmer Gilgate and an island. And the Ashiok, which I could have fetched, but I don't want to. I don't have to now. I'm actually really surprised on this. So, yeah. Let's see. We got the Dimmer, 3 islands. We're gonna add another Dimmer Gilgate. Nah. Yeah, I'll play. So I'll tap the other Guildgate for black. and 2 blue mana. So it's 1 blue and then 1. And then I'll play my Ashiok. If you want to pause the video to read everything on the Ashiok, that's fine by me, because I'm very unstable. And then we'll go like this. We're going to exile the top 3 cards of opponent's library. So that's 1. It's the land. 2 is a Skyscribing, which, oh, F. That's not good. 3 is an, wow. So we're up to 5 on the loyalty counters for Ashiok. We wanted that, that was a sad thing. We pretty much lost one of our, they lost the, so this is turn 5, and about this time you usually would have a Skyscribing by now. And you should be able to repeat that off a couple of times. Usually if you had a Skyscribing in hand, you would hang on to it, and then just keep forecasting many, many times over by the time, by having the lands you need. It helps you, that way you can get more stuff off, because once you get the ball rolling, you're good. So now, it's, my turn's done. Most of my lands are tapped, so I can't really do anything. I have a Guardian, so a 6 Defender. So now he draws 3. So that's 1, 2, 3. I know I should have done that. So put this back. Shuffle it. So there's Elixir of Mortality. I'm going to throw this down for a turn. I'm going to throw the Alchemist Refuge for a turn. Now, there's a little bit of an option I can go here with. I have about 1, 2, 3, 4 blockers. So what I'm actually going to do is play tap for that for blue, and that for 1. Play the Fog Bank. Tap this for the green. 1. Come on. That for 2. Those 2 for 2. Play my Axebane Guardian. Give my 5 is Psychosis Caller. So now there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 mana open. I'm gonna cast I'm gonna tap the Bat Panorama for 1, and play the Elixir of Immortality. Hold it there just in case. So Elixir of Immortality, if you do play it, if you do get it, play it as soon as possible. The only thing that was gonna deal damage, do work to it is Artifact Destruction. And even then, I don't think many people will have Artifact Destruction. 9 times out of 10, you're worried most of the time about control decks because they will counter your shit. They're gonna counter your stuff. But if you're playing in multiplayer, this is a really, really good deck to play in multiplayer because you sit back, do nothing, and drush. Just let everybody draw themselves out. That's why you have 4 cards more than everybody else. Alright, so next turn, turn 7, I'm just going to set his game up for that. That way I just start playing by the time I get there. So I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 lands open. This is in the graveyard. I don't know what's in my hand. I was wondering why Mind Funeral was in my hand. He doesn't have Psychic Spiral. I might sideboard text Psychic Spiral to replace Elixir of Mortality. Because we have the, only because Elixir of Mortality only gives you about 5 life. Whereas, well, Vines gives you about Oh no, not Wall of Vines, but there's another card that'll give you, if you tap it, it gives you 13 life. It literally, you trade your life total for 13 life. So that means you can get 13 life, and you trade it for 20 life. He becomes a 0-20. Just blocks anything. Just blocks literally anything. What we're gonna do here is tap. No. Tap Sylvan Cartlet for 1. Hang on to the Psychosis Crawler. Because by the time you start playing Psychosis Crawler, you really want to make sure you have a lot of cards in your hand. Because you only have like 1 card by that time. And you need the infinite. Pretty much you need a lot. So we're gonna pop this. We're gonna do this. We're gonna pop this, sack the Elixir of Mortality, gain 5 life. You didn't really lose any life anyway. 25. So we're gonna go up to 25 here, and shuffle this in the shuffle graveyard into library. So all of these lands go back, not into hand. I believe you draw 7 cards on that one. What was it? Draw 7 cards? So 1... Not surprised. I actually needed to read that. Nope. Nope. So you just shuffle this. So I'm just going to shuffle this like a whole bunch of times. It's literally restart game. So we're down to 47 cards. Exiled 3 for the Ashiok. I should have just kept going with Ashiok here. I could have sacked Ashiok and played something for 5 mana, but I didn't want to. Let me just think here. Now the thing with the thing with Psychic Spiral here, it is a mill card. You shuffle that many cards in the graveyard from the graveyard. It's counter mill. It pretty much is counter mill. So if you got a mill card, if I go against the mill deck, I will play that. I'll play that turn on game 2. It is my turn again. There is not much I can do. Top 5, my Mnemonic Wall, pretty much. Well, actually, we'll drop a land, so I got 2 mana. I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So those are my Demigirl Gate. Play my Mnemonic Wall. Show you my Mnemonic Wall. This is the Theros version. There is a 14 core set version that I have in this deck, but it's the same thing. So I have Mnemonic Wall. When it enters the battlefield, you may turn instant or sorcery from graveyard to your hand. So this was from the graveyard. This goes back in my hand, pretty much. Yeah, that's turn for me. Next turn for him. 2, 3. Wow. Okay, now this deck starts to go off. Once you got 1 Skyscribing, it's really easy. You just start tapping mana. So 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. So we'll go 14. The Axebane Guardian covers for any color. So we're going to stack another Sylvan Cardlet on top. How many times can we do this? So 3 divisible by 12. That leaves us 2 openings. Yeah, we'll let 1 mana drain away. Play Elixir of Immortality and flash this out. 2, 4, 3. 3, 6, 9, 12. We would have done 15, but yeah. So 10. Oh wait, hang on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. 17 minus 2 on this one. minus, so 15. So we could do this 5 times. Skyscraping for 5. So that is, so on my end, that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's when this deck goes off. And the more mana you pump into your skyscraping forecasts, the more times you come draw cards. It's 3 per card. If I had that third X-Bane Guardian, that would have been really destructive. Instant spell. It's a sorcery. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we'll put the skyscraping back and then shuffle library again. Now leaves us with another option here. I'm gonna play this island. Like right there. Alright, so that's turn 6. So that would make my Psychosis Scroll, if I had it, a 6/6. That would have been a problem. Psychosis Scroll is a problem, always. Let's see. I got Voyage's End. There's not really much I can do. I'm just letting the draw triggers go. So pretty much at this point, it is turn 8. It's about late game now. Basically, if you want to tap blue and a green and you play non-land cards this turn if they're a flash. So you'd be casting creatures up the yings and making your draw triggers go faster. So next, pretty much by turn 9, Temple of Plenty. If you Temple of Plenty now, I'm just gonna put the elixir up here, somewhere up here. Put to make room for the elixir of mortality. Let's put this Font of Mythos up here, just making sure I get enough room for lands. So Temple of Plenty, you scry 1. Vengeance Journal will keep it. And we got a Reliquary Tower. We don't need, which, well, we kind of don't need, because if you get the Vengeance Journal off more times than the Reliquary Tower, play Vengeance Journal more. If you get the Reliquary Tower more times than you play Vengeance Journal more, play Reliquary Tower. Either way, you're not going to go wrong. It's not going to be bad. By that time, you'll be smoking mana. Smoking tenfold deep in mana. So this is tapped. We are going to tap everything. Complete tap out. Now this is the Vendor Reach, so I'm going to drop my other Sibling card lid from this turn. So we're going to tap out mana. Okay, so let's see how many. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So 16 X, which is any color that I want. 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 21 because of Sibling Cartilid. Let's drop that here. Sibling Cartilid. 21. We'll crack it down to 19, I believe. 4/4 currently before draw triggers. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 21, 21 minus 5. There's a lot of math in this one. There's a lot of math that it needs to do. 21. So 16. So you do that 5 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 4. Come on. 5. Shut up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I just gave up playing on this one. I'm just gonna let the mana shoot. So now we have a problem. We have to discard 2 cards. We played the mana for your turn. So this is going to be problem max 7/7. That's already a problem as it is. What you're probably going to want to discard here is mostly lands. So you don't need the Relinquish Tower because we already have Venzo's Journal. So that's 1. We could use the land. We could also use the Axebane Guardian. So I'm going to drop Temple of Plenty because it takes forever to untap. Let everybody place their turn. Next turn. What do we got? Tree of Redemption. That's what I'm looking for. So tap everything again. So now we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So 18. Tap. Tap. Come on. Tap. 18, 19, 20, 21, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Minus 3 is 25. Pretty much once you start playing off this thing, minus 3 is 25. 20 because of Avengers. Play the land for the turn. Take 1 out. Keep this mana open. Pretty much. And then flash out, and then just forecast. So now I got no max hand size, and I gain life per turn. So we're gonna forecast 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18, 21. So 6 times. So everybody draws 6 cards. 1. I'm not gonna do it on this side. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now we're at 11 cards, and there's a Temple Bell, which is good. Plus the draw 3. Pretty much once you get to about turn 10, if your deck isn't going off, you did something wrong. Literally, once you hit turn 10, if your deck's not going off, either somebody has a control deck, which I'd run counter spells for, which I don't, or you did something wrong. Now you got to read all the cards. That's just it. Like if you're a beginner player, just read all the cards. Trust me, once you play this deck a bunch of times, you're not gonna it's not even gonna phase you. Next turn, you gain 11 life. Draw 3 more cards, so it puts it up to like a 14/14 Psychosis Crawler, which is ridiculous. It's bonkers. Pretty much the only thing you have to worry about is the discard. Is the discard feature. Because once they start doing that, black is going to be a pretty big problem, forcing you to discard. Blue is probably going to counter a lot. And once you start feeling like you need to put on the pressure early, get card advantage. You want to get card advantage about as fast as you can. So race your mana. Card draw. If you discard, don't discard. I know this sounds bonkers as hell, but you will draw yourself out. That's just it. There's going to be more times than not you will draw yourself out. I'm going to try and rebalance this card deck so only have like 3 defenders per shot, except for mana producing. And it's not going to put out as many as you think of it, but at least having like a couple of them in your hand, cards in your hand is going to be good. Counter spells that if you want to modify this, you can take this deck, build it out, foil it out if you want. If you got the money, foil it out. Go right ahead, foil it out. Lands, basic lands, you can play any basic lands pretty much. If you want to play full art Zendikar lands, full art unhinged lands, fine. I don't care. The deck, I'm going to put in the link in the description below, but pretty much once you hit turn 10, if you're not getting life, if you're not drawing crap loads of cards because of skyscraping, and if you really want to be a dick, and if you really want to be like this is literally the deck that makes everybody else's deck go off. I would leave one. Once you got about 2 or 3 of these, Alchemist Refuge, I'd leave one open. I wouldn't do complete tap outs like I did when I played it. I know I effed up. Play the blue, play the green, and then cast non-9 cards at the hand flash. That means just cast stuff. Just start. And make sure you find that one add that one card that makes lands on tap on everybody else's untap stuff. That way you could do that. I forget what card it's called. I'm gonna look it up. I'm probably gonna add it to this deck on the side, probably on the main board. Remove a couple of blockers off. Maybe I'll pop a couple of cards down and then make room for that card. This isn't the Oprah Theory. This is a similar feel to the Oprah Theory, except it's in Simic colors. That's literally it. But if you can get this deck off a lot faster, the quickest way to do it is you pay the blade blue, play the green, do it every turn, and just flash in cards like boatloads. It'll just make your deck run a gazillion times faster. The more times you play things that with flash, that's the cool thing about Simic cards, is the flash feature. You don't have to attack, you just hit everybody with their drawing. If you could forecast every turn, like on everybody else's turn, it's going to be bonkers. And then just Temple Bell every single time. Every time your turn comes out, just Temple Bell. It's gonna be fun. You're gonna watch everybody go just be carrying a lot of. Their hand's gonna be ridiculously overpowered. So yeah, this is an episode of deck builds. I've got another one tomorrow on my Ashiok build, which is where is my Ashiok? So this is going to be the Ashiok build. It's not complete yet. The Ashiok build is going to be work in progress. And I will see you in the next episode of Deck Builds. Catch you later. Stop recording. Stop recording. Stop. 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 Stop, 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 stop.